Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I'm doing a reading for Taurus in all placements. It is timeless in general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to get a little prosperity dust on the table here. Thank you so much for being here. For hitting that like button, subscribing if you feel inspired. Appreciate you. I'm going to get a couple of angel cards to begin. This one. Balance. There's an angel. I mean, the angel is balancing on the center part of the E. So some kind of almost like a tightrope thing, tightrope walking or balancing on a balance beam, something. And the arms are outstretched, palms are up. Finding your balance, maintaining your balance. This one, commitment. The angel is at a table writing something with a quill. Committing yourself to balance. Or as you find balance, as you create balance in your life, you find you want to commit yourself to something. Could have to do with writing. But I'm going to just dive in, and these will inevitably make more sense as I go. Oh, just spilled my water. Okay, so going with the wisdom of the oracle. I'm always going to shuffle in my lap now. So used to it. Building blocks in reverse, 28. Never-ending story in reverse, 37. Serendipity in reverse, 18. 10, 10, 9. Okay, what's going on, Taurus? So this is the current situation. Okay, so it's time. Essentially it's time to rebuild, because whatever situation you're in right now, it's crumbling, or it needs to crumble. It's whatever you are doing, wherever you find yourself, it wasn't built on a solid foundation, or the foundation has become faulty. And a part of it has to do with the story that you tell yourself, about who you are, why you are, what's happened in your life to get you to this place. It's a story that's not supportive of who you are. And it comes from, okay, so the situation that you're dealing with is something that at one time felt totally in alignment with what you wanted, who you are. You were like, oh my God, this is like everything's falling into place. It feels like magical and perfect, and this is what I've been asking for, and you were super excited about it. But then something fell apart, or is falling apart, and you're just kind of like, wait, why did everything fall into place so perfectly and point me in this direction, only for it to not work out, to fall apart. And so you're like, you're up in your head about it. You're telling yourself, you're kind of being mean to yourself about it. Like, how could I be so stupid? How could I have missed this? Why did this happen? Like, there's a lot of negative thinking about yourself in relation to what's going on. But the reason why it happened is because you were meant to learn something about yourself, about others, like, maybe why you attract certain situations or people into your life. It basically is shining a light on your own, I'm getting like self-sabotaging behaviors that you're just not even aware of. And so it's been really beneficial because it's helping you to see what you couldn't see before. And when you come to terms with all of this, when you start to rebuild, when you recognize, okay, this tower is falling, this building blocks in reverse is like the tower card in tarot. It's like it needs to crumble. It needs to be torn down so that you can rebuild. And it's not anything to do with you as a person. You did not fail. There's a feeling of getting down on yourself, like something is inherently wrong with you because you failed a situation. You failed to notice something or to say something or to, we've got some kitty confirmation. And it's not a reflection on you as a person. It simply is there to show you that it's time to make some changes. And you did the best you could with what you knew and what you had at the time. But in hindsight, and especially as things start to fall apart, you're like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was. But in the moment, it felt right. It started out feeling right. So, I think it's just a part of what happens in life sometimes. We are guided in a certain direction because there's something to learn. That's one of the positive things that comes out of any situation. So let me get some heart's hidden secrets and see more about what this is about. Drink some water. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. Yeah. You're feeling sad. Makes sense. Distance, separation, space, and blockage. Get one more. Obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Back to the throat clearing. I thought I was over it. I was doing so good yesterday. It's all right. Yeah, you have this. Okay. You may be, if you're dealing with somebody here, you may be getting mixed signals. You may be giving mixed signals because you're not even sure how to handle yourself in this as things fall apart. You may be of two minds about something. Oh my God, my voice. And there's it's like you're distancing yourself or someone is distancing themselves from you. You're trying to gain some kind of perspective and clarity. you have these blocked emotions. You're feeling blocked emotions, blockage. It's like you're bumping up against a wall and you can't find your way around it. Thing is, though, there's this obsessive energy. Um, you're addicted to, you might be addicted to a certain dynamic with a person. You may struggle with addictions. Who you're dealing with might be struggling with addictions. There's an inability to see clearly because of this obsessive energy. This, like, the energy itself is very addictive because for whatever reason, there could be any number of things. And that's the thing. I think it partly, a huge part of why you're struggling so much is because this situation started out as something that you thought was, it was the thing. They were the one. The situation was like, it was your ticket. It was your pot of gold. Your jackpot. And so for it to fall apart and not work out, there's a part of you that doesn't want to let it go. That you're like, but I remember the good times, but I was so close, like there's definitely a struggle with letting go of this. And and if you are struggling with addiction of any kind, addiction, it has to do with the emotional blockage, this blockage that you're feeling inside of you. And it's like you would rather lean into the things that bring you momentary peace, better than having to deal with all the turmoil, all the negativity that's going through your head about this situation. But it's what's the word? It's word's not coming to me. But it's exacerbating the feelings you're having about the blockages, the difficulty accessing your emotions, your ultimately it's sending you into this downward spiral in how you're thinking about yourself. And it's like you're trying so hard to avoid yourself. You can't run away. It just keeps coming after you. It's like that the quote, what you resist persists. So, okay. So let's look at what is it that you want? Is this what I want? No. I'm going to go with the Guides of the Hidden Realms. What is it that you want? What do you want? We've got in the midst of the radiant fire. Inspiration, passion, obsession. There it is. Cleansing fire, 31. It came out in reverse. The full moon eclipse in reverse. Removing internal obstacles, confronting self-identity and intensity, 15. All the blessings everywhere. Gifts from the universe, synchronicity, 32. I'm going to read this. Hang on. I feel like you want to let go of this obsession, first of all. You're burnt out. Your passion feels like a trap. Instead, And your passion feels like a trap instead, an all-consuming commitment. It's written weird. Maybe your taste for certain things has spiraled out of control, resulting in addictive behaviors. See, there it is, addiction. You're tired and chose X to feel better, but then X stopped helping and instead created other issues, which is this never-ending story in reverse. And the blocked emotions. Now is the time for rigorous honesty and a willingness to go to any lengths to reclaim your humanity. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. Focus on the just being part for the next 24 hours. You will return to your busyness soon enough. You need rest, a regrouping of your values, and an opportunity to let go. There it is. So then, full moon eclipse in reverse. The full moon in eclipse reminds you it's time to fully and absolutely let go of what was to make, this is written so weird, and absolutely let go of what was to make room for something new. Yeah. Consider whether the path you're on is really in alignment with your truth. Look at your life with detachment, observing how you identify with what you think you desire. What you think you desire. That's this obsession again. Do you want a certain experience to redeem you, make you more worthy, or show the world how great you are? Have you had the same dream for so long you haven't considered another? Reflect on your direction and the identity you've constructed around your small self. Again, that's this never-ending story. When you take a detour on the path to something you thought you wanted, could you see this as a gift? So, yeah, ultimately, you want to let go. You want to come to a place of feeling connected again. Feeling like you're on the right path to where you want to go, because we have all the blessings everywhere. You understand that you are struggling with addiction, struggling with this obsession about something that isn't meant for you anymore. And you want to let go, but you're having trouble. And I feel like that's where this balance is coming in, is you're working on this. You are clear about your, I just got hang-ups about the things that are keeping you from getting what it is you actually want. But you're stuck in a loop right now. So what's coming in? What's coming in that you don't see? I'm going to go with the Tarot of Transcendence. Thing is, another thing to point out is that whatever this situation is, when it happened, I mentioned it felt kind of magical. Everything fell into place. And you want that magic again. You want to feel and experience that feeling of magic again. Because serendipity, synchronicity, those are things that I consider real world magic. It's something that everybody experiences at different points in their life. And it's something special. It's exciting. It's like, oh, wow, everything just lined up so perfectly. Or, wow, it gives you a feeling. And it's undeniable. And you want that again. And I think that's a part of why you're struggling with addiction, because that gives you a momentary feeling of being connected. Or at least forgetting. Yeah. Forgetting that you haven't been feeling that way. So anyway, what was I doing? What's coming in that you don't see? Nine of Cups in reverse. Justice in reverse. The Star in reverse. Aquarian energy. And Libra with Justice in reverse. So you're not out of the weeds just yet. You still have some things that you're working on. You are being presented. It's kind of a test. The universe is like, okay, how far are you going to let yourself be pushed before you're ready to stand up and say, okay, that's enough. I can't deal with this anymore. Because what I'm seeing here is there is a situation most likely related to whatever it is that's going on that is going to feel unfair. It's not what you want. It's going to potentially send you into even more of a spiral, where what you want is to overcome all this stuff, and you're going to be tested. You're going to be pushed to your limits and beyond. It's not what you want. There is no wish fulfillment here, and it is going to feel very unfair. And what are you going to do about it? Do you stay? Do you keep allowing something to work against you? Or do you stand in your power and say, okay, that's enough, no more? And I feel like it's going to require a lot of strength on your part. And it's having to say no to something when a part of you wants to keep hanging on. And that can be the hardest thing to do. Speaking from experience. So, just thinking about where to go with this. How do others see you? I'll go with the Osho Zen Tarot. How do others see you right now? Okay, so this is the King of Air. Control. Came out in reverse. Healing. That's the Queen of Water. Right? King of Water. Healing. And Sorrow. 9 of Clouds. So you're actively working on yourself. You're actively trying to figure out what it is is right for you. I think you're a lot further along than you feel you are. And that's the thing. When we're in our head, we can get lost in the crap circles sometimes. But you recognize that you have gotten out of control. And maybe you have found yourself reacting to people in a really harsh way. Especially if you're dealing with substance addiction, that can really mess with your moods and your ability to regulate your emotions. You feel like you've been out of control. And so you are actively in this place of healing your heart, trying to clear up this heart fog. Maybe you're actually getting like energetic work done, like, Reiki or massage, or, something that is helping you to come back to yourself. Maybe you're even getting counseling for whatever addiction you might be struggling with. And this is helping you to, it's bringing your emotions back into balance. You're learning how to regulate yourself. Thing is, it's a journey, and it's not an easy journey. As they so often are, not easy, but you're taking the steps you need for yourself. And so the way people are seeing you is that you are, as you heal, you are overcoming some kind of deep sorrow that has been plaguing you, and is a part of why it's related to this feeling out of control, and related to the addiction, the obsession. You're coming out of a really difficult time. It's like you're allowing yourself to feel the grief, to feel the sorrow through this healing, and it's bringing you to a place of more peace. Again, this is how people see you. So you may not feel like you're that far along, but what you can do is look back to where you started and see how far you've come, because what's happening is you are looking forward to where you want to be with all the blessings everywhere, and you feel like you're nowhere near that. But I think you're a lot closer than you think. So let's look at where you're heading. I'm going to get some cards from the Elemental Oracle. Water. Where are you headed? Where are you heading? The sun and light. Wait, what is that? Number 6. Yeah. Outer core and fluidity. Number 12. Excellent. Magnetism and attraction. 37. I love this. I love this for you because you are heading to a place where you feel like, okay, so this light and sun, I used to see this as an explosion, but now I'm realizing, and I saw this once before, where it's like the sun is descending and is turning into like molten lava, and there's 2 people who are witnessing this. So you have people in your life who are watching you as you how do I describe it? It's like you're coming down, but it's like it's a relief. It's like moving into, it's like bringing this really, I feel like this speaks to this obsessive energy, this obsession, this passion, all of this intensity, and you're grounding it, you're bringing it down. You're leading into that very earthy part of yourself. You've been kind of disconnected maybe, or maybe it's that, because Taurus it's that energy of really like reveling in the physical world and all it has to offer. And when you're leaning into the shadow side of that, there is that the word is escaping me. You there's a tendency to overindulge. And it feels like you are kind of this feels like balance to me. You're bringing that hot, fiery intensity and you're bringing it down, you're grounding it in a way that is beneficial for you and those around you. And it's quite interesting for people. Somebody's watching you as you're doing this. And what's happening, this is my glow up card, this outer core, is you having gone through the healing and experiencing, like, getting in touch with your feelings and with those emotions that you were trying so hard to run away from for a time. Now you're coming up out of that and you're having some kind of glow up. You're feeling better. Maybe you're working on overcoming whatever addiction you might be struggling with. You're feeling better. You're looking better. People are noticing you. You're shining. You're shining brightly because you're feeling better. And this is leading you to some kind of, it could be sort of a rebirth. A feeling like this feels like the rebirth, like you like stepping out and fully formed and feeling so good, looking so good, right? And then you're like, what do I need to do to get what it is that I want? Where what I wanted has been eluding me or has gone to shit. And you're thinking about all what it is that you want, all the blessings everywhere, and you're like, okay, I'm going to magnetize this to me. I'm going to attract what it is that I want. And there's a little child here on the bed. It's like you're getting back to your core, your essence, that child inside that just wants to be free and have fun and be in the moment, feel good. And so you may be doing some inner child work, like maybe at night when you're in bed, or you're just you're more able to tap into that part of yourself, that more innocent, free part of yourself, because you have done some healing and you're feeling so much better. And again, you're looking really good too. This is a spectacle. This is something that people are really seeing. You're overcoming something huge, and it's quite amazing to witness, according to some people. So, okay, so let me go with the Moonology deck. What's a potential outcome here? It's a huge turnaround for you. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Yes, you are. Yeah, I feel like you're coming to terms as I spit. You're coming to terms with this kind of negative mindset and realizing that you're seeing your own divinity. You're seeing how awesome you truly are. You're trying on this new way of seeing yourself, and you're understanding you are good enough, which I love. Your hard work is paying off. The end of a tough cycle, you're good enough, your hard work is paying off. It's all coming to fruition. You are coming out of this very dark period this struggle, whatever this is, and you're coming into balance. You're committing yourself to, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're journaling, maybe you're going to be writing a book because you're like, I want to share my story with the world. You're doing something that it's like, I even got committing something to memory, but whatever you're doing, it is bringing you into this place of balance. And you're learning to live more in your heart space than you ever have before. And you're increasing your emotional intelligence. It's really good. It's really good. Let me finish with a chakra card. Let's try that again. That was a terrible shuffle. That one too. Yeah. Sacral chakra, emotions. What do we have here? We've got the naked lady. We have dolphin, a whale. Yeah. I don't know what symbol that is. And maybe possibly the moon. Yeah, this is those emotions I was just talking about. It is safe for me to feel emotion as I experience relationship with myself, others, and the universe. Emotion is there as a useful tool to give me information. As I listen to and name my emotions and become clear about the messages and beliefs behind them, I liberate myself. I feel. That's pretty incredible, actually, that this came out. Because yeah, you're finally making friends with that part of yourself that feels so much, such big feelings, and it's been suppressed, covered up, pushed away for so long, and now you're making friends with that part, and it's this child inside. And you are learning that it is safe to feel what you feel. And as you get used to allowing your emotions to flow, because they're just information. It's a tool to show you where you're at, to gauge where you're at and what you feel in your life and where you want to go. It's like your compass. So anyway, this is beautiful. It's tough, but you are absolutely on the right path. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah!